Hello everyone, today I would like to present to you an exciting, relatively inexpensive new initiative which any of you, irrespective of size or business activity, can employ, called Human and Organisational Performance, or HOP for short.
So what is human and organizational performance, or HOP? First off, it's not a program. HOP is a philosophy that, when adopted, creates a local culture change that leads to better system design. It allows employees at all levels to enjoy freedom of speech while embracing trial and errors. Expecting failure in the process gives rise to a better and more resilient system that allows us to fail safely. In fact, HOP's base principles are grounded in the same philosophy that helped improve our cars' designs through the inclusion of seatbelts, airbags, parking cameras, and blind spot sensors to make them significantly safer. Another example is rumble strips on the side of the road that allows for safe correction when a driver drifts, preventing a more serious event. HOP follows a similar template with the aim of creating safety and quality systems that allow humans to fail safely. In the past, an assessment of our culture was based on the absence of safety or quality failures, since a number was used to measure our performance. With our new view, strong performance is defined by the defenses we have in place, or in other words, the capacity of our systems to fail safely. This is achieved by focusing on the core techniques of operational learning, which is based on 5 key principles. 1. People make mistakes. Recognizing that human errors in a work environment are not a violation, but rather opportunities to learn. We empower our employees to adapt to the challenges of everyday work. 2. Blame fixes nothing, changing reactive accountability to system improvements and forward accountability. We realize that blaming is a natural human response that improves nothing, and therefore we focus our energy on learning from our errors. 3. Context drives behavior. Design systems that support our workers in accomplishing their tasks in a safe manner by understanding the context of their work to identify weaknesses in our systems and suggest improvements. 4. Learning and improving is vital. Focusing on continuous learning and improvement, which plays a vital role in establishing robust controls and defenses to allow our systems to fail safely using a variety of tools. 5. Leadership response matters. Leadership's response to failure builds or breaks a learning culture. Leaders must create an environment that allows employees to learn without fear of retribution. Simple responses such as, "What can we learn from this?" empowers employees to learn. We invite you to join us as we implement the HOP leadership principles to improve safety, quality, operations, and every aspect of what we do at ICL.
So let's explore this further. Many companies perform similar operations in similar sectors and apply common standards. The major factor which differentiates them is the behaviour of their employees and contractors, all impacting upon the overall safety culture. Often a safety approach is based on the following: equality, treating everyone the same, for example giving them the same tools, the same PPE and training. But does this achieve the desired effect? Equity would recommend that we provide solutions that meet individual needs, but in this example, we could be creating an additional hazard for the most disadvantaged. Have we considered access issues, the potential to fall in the crates or from height? Are we focusing on the right areas? The reality is the focus of resource is often allocated in the wrong areas. It could be that we have over-engineered something and lost sight of issues concerning the full team, with some personnel placed at a greater disadvantage influenced by physical characteristics, age, mobility, personality, and changing environments through night shifts or the impact of weather or other stresses. So we need to engage with all personnel and understand their lived experiences in order to create safer, productive environments and better solutions. We could, of course, have lowered the fence or removed it for the benefit of all. So let's think about removing barriers which inhibit inclusion of all personnel. Workers discover safety whilst working. Often, they clearly understand when it is safe and unsafe to conduct work. However, a significant grey area can exist. This is greatly influenced by unplanned events, for example breakdowns, changes of normal working environments, unavailability of competent personnel, raw materials, etc. There could be unexpected deviancies from standing operating procedures, and routine expectations can compromise the safety of individuals at a specific moment in time. The red lines illustrate how environments often do not remain static and present differing challenges. After the event, safety is clear. It's therefore important to approach the investigation with an open mind, and rather than apportioning blame, consider what influences led an individual or individuals to act in that manner. Why did the decision look right at that point in time? And what can we learn and implement to promote safer detection and correction rather than experience catastrophic failure? HOP principle number 1 accepts error as normal. People make mistakes. Focus, therefore, should not be on the individuals, but rather on the systems that may be poorly designed and not tolerant of human error. Blame fixes nothing. Behaviour modification programs are increasing in prominence as they are perceived as a means of improving workplace safety. These types of programs can attract criticism, however, with critics claiming that the emphasis of blame is placed at the door of workers and prompts companies to punish them. Human interventions are good, but can be time-consuming as you're managing one employee at a time. It is said, where there is blame, there is no learning. Open minds close, the inquiry tends to cease, and the desire to understand the whole system diminishes. Blame typically stops improvement. So we must therefore stop seeing workers as problems to be fixed, but rather as solutions to be harnessed. After all, they are our greatest asset and a key differentiator. Learning is vital. The expertise already exists within our workforces. Therefore, we possess the ability to continuously learn from ourselves. Context drives behaviour. The circumstances that form the setting for the event can be very powerful indeed. Often our decisions and choices are determined for us through, for example, on-site conditions influenced by the presence of suitable lighting, weather conditions, our emotional state and well-being, our knowledge, skill sets, our readiness. If we feel pressurized to perform, there may be unforeseen breakdowns or the unavailability of personnel, tools and resources. It is therefore far more beneficial to create a fail-safe, robust, tolerant system and environment rather than relying on a health and safety system which places the onus on individuals to perform accordingly. How do we define safety success? Not by the absence of failure, but by our demonstration of capacity to cope. So let's utilise the expertise within our organisations. We truly are stronger, more productive and safer when we work successfully together. Pillar 4 of HOP promotes learning and improving is vital. In today's world, leaders are asked to manage processes and systems that often they have very little exposure to. You cannot manage what you don't understand, and this is a key consideration within HOP. The contribution of employees is greatly influenced by the degree of direct involvement in the overall communication and decision-making process. This can range from non-involvement, where the manager/supervisor takes sole control, to full involvement, where everyone in the process is consulted. Employees on the front line with lived experiences are the best equipped to offer guidance on areas of improvement. Remember the donkeys? We cannot manage what we don't understand, and it's important to understand the reality of day-to-day work from the eyes of the worker. It's good to talk and brainstorm, however, take care in the selection of the team. Did you know that when Apple first introduced its iPhone screen orientation flip, it went from right to left? Unfortunately, left-hand users were complaining of difficulties and discomfort. It was then discovered that the entire design team comprised of right-handed individuals. Similarly, when seatbelts were first introduced, they were only tested and based on the male anatomy, ruling out 50% of the population, taking no consideration of different physical attributes. So the takeaway here is, involve a representative sample of all personnel. They are the problem solvers with the lived experiences. Finally, response matters. There is evidence to suggest that leadership is the main driver of organisational culture. Their attitudes and beliefs manifest themselves through deliberate and unconscious actions. Research shows that companies which adopt close employee management relationships, where safety is a prime consideration of management, are less likely to be exposed to danger. Changing behaviours is not a quick and easy solution. The benefits take time to materialise throughout an organisation, and its potential impact may be reduced if not implemented correctly. A traditional safety approach would focus on the workers, viewing them as the problem to be fixed, with safety regarded as the absence of accidents. New safety thinking, however, would regard workers not as the problem, but rather as the problem solvers, transitioning from preventing things from going right under a traditional approach to making sure things go right in the new climate. HOP is a new safety approach based on making sure things go right. And if they don't and we fail, then we all fail safely. Historically, ICL utilised lagging indicators to monitor measure EHS performance. With HOP, we have modified our approach to focus on proactive leading indicators. These include some of the basics like hazard recognition, job safety analysis and near-miss reporting, but now include a focus on proactive learning teams. We want to capture weaknesses in our system early, so focusing on and reviewing how we work helps improve what we do before an event occurs. We also measure the technological engineering defences that we are putting in place. We want to build a robust system that minimises failure and allows us to fail safely. Here are just a few examples of the positive outcomes. With bulk tipping, the simple introduction of a traffic calming measure which alerts the driver when reversing that he's reached the tipping point. A demarcation line around the area aids segregation of people and vehicles, and the system facilitates a safe tip, minimising slips, trips and falls resulting from the spillages on the floor. Just underneath this is the real-time monitoring of underground seismic events. This is an active seismometer. It detects earthquakes or vibrations. The old existing system used to give us a report after a period of weeks or months later, whereas the new system gives live data and can show where an area is taking unexpected levels of stress. This is a safety improvement as we can be proactive in responding to any changes at any time of day or night, as a system is constantly monitored by multiple people. It allows us to keep them out of harm's way as soon as we are aware of it. Drone surveying eliminates the need for humans to do dangerous jobs, often in remote, inaccessible areas. It enables deep underground surveying, visual equipment inspections and stockpile measurements, avoiding confined space entries and working at height challenges, whilst displaying real-time data to a wide audience. Bulk overfill alarms and lock-off valves are also employed throughout the company. And robotic technology is employed to assist material handling, minimising potential musculoskeletal injuries, decreasing worker tiredness and driving improved efficiencies. So in summary, HOP is inexpensive to implement. It's an initiative everyone, irrespective of their size or business activity, can introduce. It improves workplace safety, employee motivation, engagement, morale and productivity, and it leverages great untapped knowledge that already exists within an organisation. It's based on the premise that safety is not the absence of events, safety is the presence of defences. Safety success is based not on the absence of failure, but on an organisation's capacity to cope. HOP asks, what failed? Whereas classic traditional safety tends to focus on who failed. It recognises that human error is normal. Error is not the problem, it's the lack of tolerance in the system that is the problem. So build safe, resilient systems that ensure that if we fail, we all fail safely. It's not a program such as ISO or Six Sigma. It's what we do, humans in organisations performing work. So I would encourage you all to hop on board, speak to one another in your workplaces, share lived experiences as you embark on your journeys, and work towards building safe, resilient systems that contribute to saving a life today. Thank you everyone, and good luck.